Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everyone, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Lovers card. All right, so love, relationships, partnerships. This week it feels like these can actually get back on track. So if you're in a relationship or a business partnership or even a friendship or even a familial tie that has had some kind of challenge or issue or has been on the rocks, etc., this could be a great week for that. If you're in a relationship that's good, it could just go on to be better. I love the Lovers card for that reason, because whenever it shows up, it usually represents good connections. Obviously, you know, attending cards will verify the facts of that, but I kind of feel like this is a very beneficial energy for your partnerships and your relationships. Now, that being said, remember the Lovers card also represents choice, a choice that needs to be made or a path that needs to be considered or embarked on. This could also be a week where you are choosing to put your mind or your skills to the test on something, which, you know, for a Capricorn is saying something. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you have the Mother of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is your card, right? For your actions and options this week, this is about you increasing the benefits or the blessings that you get from everything. And I actually feel like this week a lot of you are going to be looking at the options that are available to you and asking yourself, where can I squeeze more out of them? This is about you getting the most out of everything that you have available to you right now. This could be your network, it could be your finances, it could even be your partnership or your relationship. For a lot of you, this is about you hunkering down and getting stuck into getting the best out of what you have. The other thing with that Queen of Pentacles as well, this can be a time where we truly, because it's in your actions and options, which is about what you do, this can be a time where you truly are deciding to commit to a specific path or to, you know, and for some of you, this might be a new skill that you've decided to take on board. It might be a new regime that you've decided to take on board. It's like you're committing yourself to it, or you're choosing this thing, but you're choosing it for yourself. I like that. For your communications and conversations, you have the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of you will be having conversations about travel, making travel plans this week. Mercury is currently retrograde, so if you're making travel plans, you know, make them. Absolutely make them. Just double check them. Or, you know, if you're traveling this week specifically, what I like to do, you know, just because I'm a bit anal and a bit OCD that way, is I pack all my important stuff into one little folder, and once I've finished packing my suitcase, I put that on top, and then the next day when I'm ready to embark or disembark, should I say, I will go over it, right? I'll have a little look through. Have I got everything? Yes, excellent. Put it to the side. Done. Love it. So my little gem of wisdom for the day. Your communications, though, are likely to be turned towards long-term matters this week, especially because you've got the Queen of Pentacles in the actions and options. So it's like whatever you're doing, these are like long-term decisions that you're making. It's long, and actually during a Mercury retrograde, it's good to do this kind of thing because you have to pay more attention. You have to be more precise. You have to work harder for the same kind of result. And you guys are not shy of hard work. So, you know, use this energy in that way. But I kind of feel like your communications this week will center around long-term plans, things that you're setting into motion, but you realize they're not going to likely show up with results this week or next week or even, you know, next month. This is stuff that you're setting into motion now that has a longer term has longer term implications to it. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Knight of Pentacles suggests that you could be going outside of what you know. So, you know, this could be, I kind of feel like this will be you. For some of you, this might be, sorry. For some of you, this might be that you choose to outsource. So you're going elsewhere. You're looking elsewhere for the information that you need. That's for all of you in some way. But for those of you that are studying, this could be a time where you're choosing to, for some of you, this could be like a work placement where you're going outside of the, you know, what is the norm for your studies in order to gather information and experience. And there's no substitute for experience. It doesn't matter how much you've got your nose in the books. You know, this is what I said to my students when I was doing the tarot course. Doesn't matter how much you read, how much you remember. It's not until you get there and you start laying cards for people and pulling it all together. That's how you learn, right? It's experience. There's no better teacher. For your those of you that are retired and no longer, no, not even, for those of you that are working for somebody else, again, this could be some form of work placement. It might even be that there's new blood or new information or new policies and procedures that are coming into the workplace. It's like whatever changes are happening now, they're happening for the long term. So get on board with these because they're here to stay. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc., this could be a good week to think about outsourcing. What have you outgrown? What can you no longer do? What menial tasks are taking up too much of your time and you know, pulling you away from the stuff that you love to do? This might be a time for you to start really thinking about expanding this, about growing a team from here on in. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, I would hash out your travel plans this week. Start getting a clear idea of where it is that you want to visit, need to visit. If that's not possible because, you know, you're not working, this might be a time for you to start thinking about what the next job is and how that can be long term. For your love and relations, you've got the Nine of Cups. It's a beautiful energy for love and relationships, and this card actually represents healing. So I will second what I said. If you're in a relationship or a partnership that's been rocky, that's been on the rocks, or, you know, it's had, you know, challenges, and it's like, you know, is there ever going to be an end to it? This bodes very, very well for that. And, you know, with these two Pentacles cards, the results are long lasting. So whatever is healed or brushed up and made better this week, those results will last, which is great. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, I like that, especially because that Nine of Cups suggests that the kind of partner that you've wanted, the kind of partner that you've needed, or the kind of relationship that maybe you've prayed for can really start to show up for you, you know, from this week on. Now, interestingly enough, if you haven't seen the weekly general, please check it out. And I say that because there was a lot of talk about prayer and, you know, mindfulness and etc. This could be a week to tap into that. For your money and materials, you have the Daughter of Swords. So this is the Page of Swords. Honestly, I mean, it's not right underneath the Lover's card, but that is a time sequence. Whatever shows up for you in terms of financial opportunities, things that you need to spend money on, resources that now become available to you, they're likely to be relevant over the course of the Gemini season, which is literally here, right? And as we get to the end of the week, we'll step into Gemini season. So keep an eye on this because it's likely to be a theme that kind of goes on for the next 4 to 6 weeks, let's say, even though Gemini season is only 4 weeks, but you get my point. For your physical health and vitality, the Page of Swords is usually an initiatory energy. So I would say that this may be a time where you are implementing some new health regime. Maybe you're gaining some new physical skill. Maybe you've started a new discipline, yoga, Tai Chi, running. You know, it doesn't have to be any of those, but you get my point. So, you know, something that you initiate this week is likely to be something that you end up doing for a very long time to come. This could be great. For your home and environment, this is a fresh start to the home. It might be a fresh start that comes, you know, it's not necessarily easy, but it's a fresh start nonetheless. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes out. Take care, and I'll see you soon.